Conor McGregor has issued a stark warning to Max Holloway. The Irish superstar promises a demolition in their rematch, asserting he's entering his prime after a long recovery period.
I'm going to beat Max instead of...
On the business side, Joe Rogan notes that although the UFC's hardcore fan base is crucial, it's the casual audience that ultimately fuels the sport's enormous success, with Conor McGregor being the one fighter who consistently commands their attention.
It has to, like, this Conor McGregor fight in July is going to be bananas. It's going to be bananas. I mean, people are going to go crazy for the return of Conor McGregor because he's a giant personality.
But don't expect the same.
How could it be?
You just can't.
He hasn't fought in 5 years.
Are we expecting to see a Conor that looked like Nate this last fight? Or are we expecting to see a better Conor than someone that looked like Nate? Because Nate did not look good.
No, but Mike Perry did. And Mike Perry looked like a fucking murderer.
You know what I mean? Like
Mike Perry is a murderer.
He's a murderer.
And this is
such a savage.
You take a look at that. You know, when you're taking an older fighter, which Nate is now, and you're
21. You're 5 years ago, July. So it literally will be 6 years.
Yep. But when you're
it'll be 5 years. It'll be 5 years.
Max Holloway presents another challenge for Conor as he enters this fight in exceptional physical condition, and with the benefit of not having to worry about a weight cut at 170 pounds, he's poised to perform at his absolute peak.
When you're taking a younger fighter and putting them against the old dog, it normally doesn't end well for the old dog.
Well, the thing is about Max Holloway is, like, Max Holloway isn't that much younger than Conor.
He's not.
But the thing is, Max has been in constant high-level competition the entire time. Won the BMF fight, beat Dustin, like constant high-level competition.
That's right.
It's a different thing.
And I honestly believe him at 155 is the best thing for him.
Absolutely.
But he's not 155 in this fight.
This is 170.
But
hononestly, he might be better.
No weight cutting at all.
Just no weight cut, just kind of walk around.
And also, knowing this is such a high-profile fight, Max is always in insane shape. But particularly in this fight, he's going to be insane.
Michael Bisping offered insight into Conor McGregor's preparation, pinpointing a key strategic element, the mindset of planning for the worst-case scenario. He explained that by working backward from potential disasters, such as a dislocated shoulder or other injuries, a fighter can proactively build in responses before they're ever needed. This approach ensures the fighter always has a plan A, B, and C, which Bisping deemed crucial for anyone returning after such an extended layoff.
Become a lot more experienced in the game. I actually work backwards towards the perfect scenario. So I have had a limb break inside the octagon.
And of course, that limb break was the last fight. That was 5 years ago. We've seen many people come back from that and not be the same fighter. And McGregor, certainly by far, way more successful than any of the others, right? It ain't going to be easy for him, for anyone, right, to come back from that kind of injury. And certainly when you've had all of the distractions that McGregor's had, when you've got all of that money and the fame, is the thirst and the hunger still the same?
With just 2 weeks remaining until his rematch with Max Holloway, Conor McGregor's physical condition has sparked significant discussion. Recent photos reveal a noticeably larger frame for McGregor at welterweight, igniting both concern and debate among fans. Critics question if this added mass is ideal preparation for a 5-round war against a relentless volume striker. However, supporters emphasize that McGregor is competing at 170 pounds and has a proven history of silencing doubters when it matters most.
McGregor was in Laguna Beach this week. No one told me. Everybody knows when you come to Orange County, you got to check in with the big boss. Hurt my shoulder a little bit doing that. Conor's current shape while walking on the beach in Laguna. Let's take a look. I mean, again, he's outside of the balding hair, everything looks pretty solid. Obviously, broad shoulders, the whole deal. Not cutting a ton of weight. He's probably about... Here he is, some pictures. We're not going to get any actual footage of Conor. There's some pictures of him training. Still looks jacked up, doing some heavy grappling, which we may see again in this Max Holloway fight. Don't discount the fact that in their first matchup, when Conor tore his ACL, he grappled Max and pretty much dominated him in that grappling in the 3rd round. Max has obviously gotten better since then, but Conor's grappling's always been underrated in my opinion. Granted, he couldn't out-grapple Khabib, and he got taken down by Chad Mendes.
Offering another technical perspective, Wade Plemons highlights Conor McGregor's 5-year layoff and the physical toll of past injuries as significant question marks leading into the Max Holloway rematch. These factors, Plemons asserts, could prove equally crucial as any gym preparation, particularly against an opponent renowned for a relentless 5-round pace. The real issue isn't just whether McGregor can still pull the trigger, it's about his body's capacity to hold up when the fight enters those deep waters where sustained activity and raw durability become the ultimate deciding factors.
This fight, the more the matchup itself is worrying me more so than just Conor's return at all, because you have a guy that's been off 5 years that I'm sure hasn't trained the majority of that time, at least consistently, for a fight, otherwise. Already some susceptibility with the rod, the steel rod in the leg. Obviously, the rust that comes with being out of the cage for 5 years. And this, having to, as he gets older, go up in weight for a guy that's 5'9", like Conor is. Again, he's got some muscle, but he's not like insanely jacked here. Versus a guy that's 5'11", and yes, Max, when he was younger, was a slender frame, so he could fit into 145 pretty easily. But you started to see how some of the weight cuts were affecting him at one.
A noticeable shift is occurring within the MMA community. As a potential rematch with Conor McGregor looms, more fans are now backing Max Holloway. This change in perspective isn't just about McGregor's extended layoff or questions surrounding his activity. It primarily reflects what Max Holloway has accomplished in the years since their first fight. He has consistently faced the sport's best, securing significant victories and building a resume that truly speaks for itself. This sustained consistency commands respect from fans. While Conor McGregor still possesses undeniable fight-ending power, many now believe Max Holloway's sheer volume, exceptional durability, and relentless pressure could be too much to handle over 5 rounds.
We're less than 2 weeks away, and I'm starting to feel like, and I'm not just starting to feel like this, but I felt like it the entire time, but as we get closer, I'm just like, the avenues for Conor to win here are pretty much 1 or 2-fold, which is finish Max in the first or second round, or find a way to go up early on the scoreboard, right? Bank 3 rounds by just being a better striker and more explosive, quicker to the shots than Max, and lasting those last 2 rounds, outlasting Max in the last 2, kind of like he did the Nate Diaz fight, where he got up quick on Nate came back, Conor got the second win and then won it. Other than that, Max could win a decision here, and the smart money is on Max.
On the contract front, Conor McGregor has confirmed he has exactly 2 fights remaining on his UFC deal, with the final bout set for April 2027. He disclosed these details to Ariel Helwani, noting the unusual structure that locks in the second date so far in advance. The UFC had pushed for an extension, but McGregor declined, admitting his new deal probably still doesn't reflect his true worth, though he accepted it as a fair compromise to get back into the cage.
The world, like I said, Conor fights in July, and let's say he wins, and then there's one more fight, and I don't think they'll give him a cupcake there. This time next year, he could be a free agent. Like, it is a little surreal to see. I don't know if people look at these things like we do. That word, Netflix, is a pretty freaking big deal. That word right there. It is, to me, the most powerful brand in all of broadcasting right now. And could you imagine Conor going there? Whether it's against Nate for the 3rd time, which I still think that there'll be an audience for that despite what happened on Saturday, or the Jake fight, or any other.
Looking beyond the octagon, Helwani dives into McGregor's contractual situation and what it could mean for his future, with free agency and some massive crossover possibilities on the horizon. He explores how the remaining fights on McGregor's deal could set the stage for a whole new chapter in his career, one that might take him outside the UFC for the first time in over a decade. It's a fascinating subplot that could reshape not just McGregor's legacy, but the broader landscape of combat sports.
And could you imagine Conor going there? Whether it's against Nate for the 3rd time, which I still think that there'll be an audience for that despite what happened on Saturday, or the Jake fight, or any other fight. He's Conor McGregor, but it all depends on what happens in these next 2 fights. The PT, what do you think? Or sorry, was that GC that jumped in there?
It was me.
Okay. What do you think? If he loses the next 2,
yeah,
what's the demand?
Oh, it's still astronomical. He's still Conor McGregor. But what I was going to ask is, what's UFC's incentive to let him have that last fight without him re-signing, as opposed to just doing what they typically do, which is a prolonged and expanded window of just keeping him iced in on the sidelines?
I mean, he mentions all the time.
The window can't be that big.
The window mentions all the time 3 fights.
Why not? Adding on, Michael Bisping also emphasizes the importance of in-fight adjustments and adaptability, noting that the sport has evolved significantly during McGregor's time away. He points to the widespread adoption of the calf kick. They represent a fundamental shift in how the game is played at the highest level. For a fighter like McGregor, who built his career on a specific style and timing, those years of inactivity mean he'll have to prove he can adapt to a sport that has changed around him, especially against a consistently active opponent like Holloway.
Now, it's a difficult fight for Conor McGregor to come back after all this time. 5 years. The sport has definitely progressed. That is a fact. Of course, calf kicks are very, very prevalent now. And yeah, they were still being used in 2021, but it was about 2018 and 19 when they really started becoming a big thing, okay? That's just one example. The wrestling ability that a lot of these fighters have these days is insane. I just coached the Ultimate Fighter. All these kids, holy shit, I am telling you, the international talent from countries like Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, all those mountain regions, they are living simple lives. They're riding on horseback, they're hunting for the food, and they're wrestling like maniacs. And we know about the Chechens all coming in. Hamzat Chimaev dominating Dricus du Plessis the way that he did. Khabib Nurmagomedov, of course, Conor's no stranger to this kind of style.
Looking beyond the physical matchup, Bisping contrasts the public, high-profile lifestyle of Conor McGregor with the quieter, more disciplined approach of Max Holloway, who has stayed active and sharp against the division's best, consistently sharing the cage with elite names like Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje. While McGregor has been building businesses, making headlines, and living the celebrity life, Holloway has been grinding in the gym, stacking wins, and staying in fight shape year-round.
And Max Holloway has been incredibly active, fighting nothing but the best, beating people like Dustin Poirier, beating people like Justin Gaethje, that's fighting for the undisputed title in just a couple of weeks at the White House. And bearing in mind, Justin Gaethje just beat Paddy Pimblett, who is a big star and kind of reflects the new generation, the more evolved type. But Max Holloway has been beaten up.
Shifting to the PD controversy, Chael Sonnen addresses the New York Times report questioning Conor McGregor's recovery process. He strongly argues that McGregor was unfairly targeted and used as a pawn in the relationship between USADA and the UFC, dismissing any suggestion that the fighter did anything improper during his 5-year layoff. Sonnen has been a vocal defender throughout this saga, previously pointing out legal loopholes in USADA's policy and suggesting McGregor could win a battle against the agency. The report itself claimed McGregor took powerful banned drugs during his recovery, with support from his surgeon, Dr. Neil Elatrash, who drafted documentation for a therapeutic use exemption that was ultimately denied.
Ariel touched on a very hot subject, which was Conor got used as a pawn in a game of chess being played between USADA and the UFC. And it was very wrong of USADA. It was very wrong how they went about this. Tuesday rolls around, there's an article about Conor McGregor and PED use, performance-enhancing drugs. So, Ariel asked him about that. And there was a time when Conor's leg was snapped in half that Conor removed himself from the testing pool. There then is a doctor that came out and somehow gave quotes. I mean, there should be an action that can be taken against that doctor. How he possibly
On the betting front, the odds heavily favor Holloway, but McGregor's already talking his usual talk, and Holloway is firing back, making it clear that respect has to be earned. With the fight taking place at 170 pounds and McGregor coming off a 5-year layoff, there's plenty of skepticism about whether he can still hang with a fighter as versatile as Holloway.
Now, Holloway is a minus 480. McGregor is a plus 330. So if you don't know the betting odds, you bet $100, you make $330 if you bet on McGregor. And McGregor's already talking S. He's talking S. Says, I'm gonna sun you, child. He tweets, I'm gonna sun you, child. Okay, Max Holloway comes back, says, nah, big dog, you're gonna put some respect on my name. Now the fight's at 170. The fight's at 170. Conor's been out for 5 years, half a decade. Not the best.
Shifting to the fight dynamics, Tim Welch weighs in on the McGregor-Holloway rematch, pointing to the layoff and the 5-round distance as major factors working against Conor. He suggests that Max's activity and durability could be the difference over the full 5 rounds, making this a tough ask for the returning Irishman. Welch also notes that while Conor can still be dangerous early, The longer the fight goes, the more Holloway's pressure and experience at championship distance could take over. It's a fight that could define both legacies, but the path to victory looks steeper for one side.
Max is in it. Max has been living it. He's been training. He's been fighting. If the fight was 3 rounds, it'd make me feel a little bit better because it's 3 rounds. Especially Conor wanted 3 rounds. Conor can go out there and kickbox somebody for 15 minutes, no problem. But once you go against Max, Max again is a king at 5 rounds. 170 pounds, he might not be as fast, but he's going to be fucking more durable than he's ever been. Tough fight for Conor McGregor, and I think he's going to tune up old McGregor. I think Max is going to tune up McGregor, and it might be the last time we ever see him, unfortunately. Let's see what happens. I love Max Holloway.
Looking at the bigger picture, Tim breaks down just how different the circumstances are for both fighters heading into this rematch. He points to the activity gap as a major concern, noting that Holloway has been in there consistently against elite opposition, while McGregor has been on the sidelines headlines for years. The worry is that the Conor who shows up won't be the same fighter who once ruled the sport, and against someone as durable and battle-tested as Holloway, that could be a serious problem.
You've been on the couch for a decade. You're fighting Max Blessed Holloway, who's been in there. He fought Charles 2026. He fought Dustin 2025. He fought Ilia Topuria 2024. Just in 2024 also, KO'd Justin Gaethje. 2023, KO'd Chan Sung Jung. Okay, the last time Conor fought, Max fought Yair Rodriguez 2021. Okay, so Max is just in it. It's a big fight. It's a huge fight. I'm fired up. But God, they could have hit something sweeter. This is gonna be a rough day for Conor McGregor. I'm a little bit worried about him.
As fight night approaches, the anticipation for Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway 2 is reaching another level. More than a decade after their first meeting inside the octagon, these two fan favorites are set to write the next chapter in one of the UFC's most intriguing rematches. Back then, Conor McGregor had his hand raised, but both fighters have evolved dramatically since that night. Now, with years of experience, unforgettable victories, and legendary moments behind them, they'll finally meet again with everything on the line. Now we want to hear from you. Who wins this massive rematch? Does Conor McGregor complete the comeback and silence the doubters? Or does Max Holloway spoil the return and another iconic victory to his incredible career? How do you see the fight ending? A knockout, submission, or a 5-round war? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and let's see who gets it right before fight night. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest UFC news, fight breakdowns, predictions, and exclusive MMA content. Your support means everything and helps us bring you bigger and better videos every week. Thanks for watching.